Assalamualaikum and good morning. My name is Shazwani Binti Faizal. So today I will be presenting a review of the article titled A Systematic Literature Review of Conflict Management in Hospitality Towards a Multi-Stakeholder Resource-Based Conflict Management Framework by Wang and colleagues. So my presentation will cover three main parts, which is firstly is a summary of the article. Second, my critical analysis including real-life industry examples. And third is recommendations for managers based on the findings. So let's begin with the article summary. Next, for the summary of the article. So this article aims to understand how conflicts happen in the hospitality industry by reviewing 108 past studies. So the authors use two main theories to guide their review. The first is the conservation of resources or COR theory. This theory says that conflict often arises when people lose important resources such as time, emotional, energy, social support, or job control. The second is stakeholder theory, which highlights the hospitality organization do not only deal with employees, they also interact with customers, families, suppliers, communities, and government agencies. Conflicts can develop between any of these parties also. And from the review, the authors found that most past studies focus mainly on employee conflicts, such as work-family conflict, role conflict, and interpersonal conflict. These conflicts often lead to burnout, job dissatisfaction, and high turnover. Now, I will move into my critical analysis. First, I agree with the authors that conflict in hospitality is strongly linked to resources loss. When employees lack time, support, or emotional energy, conflict become more likely. And we can see this clearly in real life. For example, Marriott International in the US faced severe labor shortage after COVID-19, and employees had to work extra hours, which led to work-family conflict and exhaustion. And Marriott responded by introducing flexible scheduling and wellness programs, and this supports the article's argument that investing in employee resources reduce conflict. And another example that I will give is in Malaysia. After the pandemic, many hotels in Langkawi and Penang experienced burnout and high turnover because employees were overwhelmed during peak tourism seasons. And again, this matched the article's finding that resource loss is a major trigger of conflict. And secondly, I agree with the article's point that conflict in hospitality should be viewed from a multi-stakeholder perspective. And conflict does not only happen within the organization itself, it can occur between hotels and communities, suppliers, customers, and even governments. And for instance, Airbnb in Barcelona faced a conflict with local communities in the city government due to the rising rent prices and overcrowding. And similarly, in Penang, heritage hotel operators have faced complaints from residents regarding noise, cultural preservation, and also property use. And these examples support the author's call for a broader, multi-layered understanding of conflict. So I also agree with the authors that not all conflict is negative. Task-related conflict can actually improve innovation and problem solving. For example, Hyatt hotels run innovation workshops where employees debate ideas to improve the guest experience. And similarly, like Google use a structured conflict in brainstorming session to create better solutions. And this aligns with the article suggestion that conflict can have positive outcomes when managed well. However, there are a few points I disagree with or feel could be improved. First, the article does not deeply explore about technology-related conflicts, such as employee resistance to AI or automation. And with digital information growing, this area deserves greater attention. Second, is the article depends heavily on COR theory. While COR is useful, other theories like organizational justice or emotional labor could also enrich the discussion. And finally, the proposed framework is conceptually strong, but it lacks practical tools that managers can directly implement. Based on the findings, I would like to highlight a few recommendations for hospitality managers. And first is organization should conduct a resource based conflict audit, and this helped identify where employees feel overworked, emotionally drained, and also unsupported. Second is managers should improve communication with multiple stakeholders, including employees, customers, suppliers, and local community. And this ensures transparency and reduces misunderstandings. Third, these hospitality organizations should build a conflict management climate which includes supervisor support, mentorship, and wellness programs. And these strategies help protect employees' emotional resources. Fourth, provide managers with training in conflict styles, negotiation, and also emotional intelligence. This is essential because supervisors play a major role in preventing or worsening conflicts. Fifth, the organization itself should address technology driven conflict by involving employees in discussions before introducing a new system and by offering reskilling programs. And finally, companies should create KPIs to monitor conflict, such as staff turnover related to conflict, customer complaints, and also employee well-being indicators. So, in conclusion, this article provides a valuable overview because of how conflict occurs in the hospitality industry, and it also highlights the importance of understanding conflict through both resource loss and also multi-stakeholder interactions. So while this article has some limitations, it offers a solid foundation for improving a conflict management in real world hospital setting. And by investing in resources, improving communication and training managers effectively, organizations can prevent conflicts and create a healthier, more productive environment. So that's all for me, and thank you for listening.